Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Dynamite, or Strength, or Might. I am Jim Ross, here with Trini Kwan, and with Wade Barrett, and today on Dynamite, or Might, we are going to see the TWF Pennsylvania Reich fighter, Sami Zayn, here today on Dynamite, or Might. First off, Trini Kwan said, we must make it flawlessly understood that Sami Zayn believes everyone is out to get him, that he has no truth to back any of this up. He believes everyone is out to get him, and sadly, he's got no one else backing him up in that belief, Trini Kwan said. Well, I can tell you one thing, Wade Barrett says, it's not a thought or a belief, it's some truth. You know, ever since he lost the TWF Pennsylvania Reich winnings the first time, it's been downhill. Just like when he lost the WWE Wanted Reich Interlander winnings the first time, when he lost it the 2-4 time, and we all know we know that the same folks that took it away from him the first 2 times, are probably going to seek to take it away from him again. Well, if Sami Zayn wants to keep as a TWF Pennsylvania Reich fighter, no need what offshoot of him we go with. We only got $2 of him. He's either going to have to show up or the wings will be taken off him, Jim Ross says. Alright, I am Sami Zayn. And I am once again a 2-time Pennsylvania Reich winner, or a Pennsylvania Reich fighter. And some of you folks out there might want to scathe me and shame me and guilt me and slight me. That's all up to you. I can take all the scathing, all the shaming and all the guilting and all the slighting that I get from everyone. Oh, Sami Zayn, you have no truth to back up, folks, back up the TWF and what they did to you. You have no truth to back up what happened to you what WWE did to you. I got some truth to back it up. Because when I won the WWE Interlander winnings the first time back in 2020 YL from Braun Strowman, I was sent home around late March, early April, and then about June, the WWE oversight team took the winnings off of me and said, Sammy, if you're not going to come in, then you're going to no longer be the TWF heavyweight fighter, TWF Interlando fighter. So my fighting ship, if that isn't an English word, was taken away from me. Then, after AJ Styles won it, after Jeff Hardy won it, I won it back for the 2-4 time. Only for me to lose it again. Not until this year that I won it back from Shinsuke Nakamura. The same man that I also won the TWF Pennsylvania Reich winnings from too. Well, first off, Jim Ross said Sami Zayn is lying. He never beat Shinsuke Nakamura for it in the TWF. It was given to him because folks thought Shinsuke Nakamura went missing, Jim Ross says. Well, that's right, Trini Kwan said. He may have beat Shinsuke Nakamura to become a 3-time WWE Interlando fighter, but he didn't beat Shinsuke Nakamura to become a 2-time TWF Pennsylvania Reich fighter, Trini Kwan says. Who cares how he won it? He is the TWF Pennsylvania Reich winner, Jim Ross and Trini Kwan. At the end of the day, you could say he's a liar about a lot of things, but he is a winner. He is a fighter. Well, here's someone Sami Zayn might not like. So, Sami Zayn, they call you the Great Freer, the Great Upriser. Isn't that what you called yourself back in the day when you used to be an overseer? When you had Shinsuke Nakamura and Antonio Cesaro with you as your as your buyers until that team kind of blew up? Well, you haven't freed anyone. And used to close up like you were Fidel Castro, God bless his soul. But you weren't him either. And then you have this show you got this podcast or whatever you call it, a live stream. But I'm going to tell you, Sami Zayn, you may have beat Shinsuke Nakamura. You may have become a 3-time WWE and Orlando fighter. You may have become a 2-time TWF Pennsylvania Reich fighter. But you didn't beat Shinsuke Nakamura. It was given to you. Well, Ashley Williams, you can't even stand up in the ring. That's so sad. And 2, I beat Medusa, I beat Shinsuke Nakamura, and I'll beat you. You see, this is my bind. This is my hang-up. I get no onlook for anything. No one wants to give Sami Zayn any onlook. Oh, Sami Zayn, you are a former WWE NXT heavyweight fighter. Oh, Sami Zayn, you're a 3-time WWE and Orlando fighter. Does anyone want to give me onlook for that? No. Oh, Sami Zayn, you're a 2-time TWF Pennsylvania Reich fighter. You want to give me onlook for that? I don't want to onlook you for any of that shit. You gonna shut the fuck up and you're gonna give me the match, or do we have to get a Astronomani Clipter out here? You don't want that, do you? Oh, lords, fellows, I just wish that you would come to my room and bitch and scave and shame each other. But sadly, that seems to be the things of the past. You know, the way I look at it, Astronomer says, I am going to give you what you want. You are going to win. It is going to be Ashley Williams fighting Sami Zayn for the TWF Pennsylvania Reich winnings. Now, Ashley Williams, since I do onlook you for being a follower of the Wanted Bonds of Good through your things, through all your Evil Dead films and the film games and the books and the funny books and whatever, I don't know, the Farseer show, your winning and losing hasn't been that great in the TWF. Yes, you are a former 3-time TWF 24/7 fighter. And Sami Zayn, you didn't win the TWF Pennsylvania Reich winnings back. It was given back to you, Sami Zayn, so don't lie about that. And Ashley Williams, I think you make a more greater TWF Pennsylvania Reich fighter than Sami Zayn would make. And it has nothing to do with Sami Zayn being from the settled land or anything like that, Astronomer says. No, it does not, Ecliptor says. We like to miss the days where all the scathing and shaming and guilt thing and you know, all the shaming, scathing and guilt thing and slating was happening in our workstead or our workroom or whatever you want to call it. But it looks like these days we got to come to you. So the TWF Pennsylvania Reich winnings is on the line. Now, it's on stake. Let's go. Well, we just heard from Astronomer and Ecliptor that the TWF Pennsylvania Reich winnings is going to be on the line here today at Dynamite or Might. This is for the TWF Pennsylvania Reich winnings. First, he is Ashley Williams, and he is the TWF Pennsylvania Reich fighter, Sami Zayn. Ding, ding, ding. Well, now the match gets started, and Sami Zayn, the 3-time WWE and Orlando fighter, the 2-time TWF Pennsylvania Reich fighter, is now going to fight Sami Zayn, Jim Ross said, who is a former 3-time TWF 24/7 fighter. Well, Trini Kwan said Sami Zayn has still been that same creep, the same heel, and the same bully ever since 2007 YL. He hasn't shifted at all. Well, Trini Kwan said, yeah, I like Sami Zayn as the heel, as the creep. As a bully, I don't know if Sami Zayn does any bullying, though. Wade Barrett says. And speaking of it, I was a 4 or 5-time WWE and Orlando fighter myself. Never got no on look for it. Oh. Wade Barrett, it says. Well, you're right about that, Jim Ross says. Sami Zayn thinks he's going to be a cakewalk against Ashley Williams from Evil Dead. Oh. And down he goes. Jim Ross said. A boot to the lair of Ashley Williams, and down he goes. Well, Ashley Williams was an Evil Dead, the Fighting Armored Darkness. Ash fights the Evil Dead film games in the book. And Sami Zayn wants to do it again. Oh, this time Sami Zayn went right into the shift steeple. Jim Ross said, "Yeah." Trini Kwan said, "I guess you're going to say he's going to beat him up like a law mole, right?" Ashley Williams, the Williams Stunner. Would you say that? Would you say he's getting beat up like a mule den? Trini Kwan said. You like to say that a lot. Whatever a mole is, you know. Wade Barrett said, I think he just says that stuff because that's what they told him to say. He don't really knows what it is. And Wade Barrett said, like, what is a law mule? A mule that works for the law moat, carries things around for them back in the day, Jim Ross says. That's my guess. But anyway, Ashley Williams, coming back down on him, Jim Ross says. Ashley Williams is about to become the TWF Pennsylvania Reich fighter, Jim Ross says. Will that happen, Trini Kwan says. Because I think Ashley Williams would get on look for it if he did, Trini Kwan said. You're right about that, Wade Barrett said, but don't forget, here, Jim Ross and Trini Kwan, Sami Zayn's known for his wisdom. They don't call him the Great Freer for nothing. His wisdom, he just hit Ashley Williams with the Pennsylvania Reich winnings. Ding, ding, ding. The winner of this match, by throw out, Ashley Williams. But since the winnings can only shift hands on a throw out, still the TWF Pennsylvania Reich fighter, Sami Zayn. Well, sadly, Sami Zayn is still the TWF Pennsylvania Reich fighter, but he decided he did something that some folks would say was a weakling strike there. What Ashley Williams did, what Sami Zayn did, striking with his own winnings, I guess that's a weakling. I guess he was frightened, Jim Ross said, that he might lose, so he made a choosing how he was going to lose. Jim Ross said, yeah, Trini Kwan said, it's kind of sad when Sami Zayn, which Wade Barrett over here said he had great wisdom. Well, I don't think that great wisdom, was so great because he lost the match. Yeah, he just showed everyone he was a weakling. When he was frightened he was going to lose, then he hits them with the winnings. Trini Kwan says. Oh, I'll tell you what, Wade Barrett says. Who is still the TWF Pennsylvania Reich fighter? Sami Zayn. So that takes some wisdom on Sami Zayn's side to know all that was going to happen, Wade Barrett said. And I think he'll be happy with himself. Well, I know Gorilla Monsoon is now going to talk with Sami Zayn now and see what Sami Zayn has to say. Yes, Jim Ross. I am here. I'm talking with Sami Zayn here. Alright, Sami Zayn. You're still the TWF Pennsylvania Reich fighter, but you're not getting any onlook from the stunt you just did. Oh, Gorilla Monsoon. I tell you right now, all the onlook I'm gonna get. See, a lot of folks are dumb, and they don't want to give onlook. Ashley Williams, he's one of those creeps, one of those heels, one of those bullies I was talking about. Would you stop? Ashley Williams is no bully, heel, or creep. The only one that seems to behave like a bully, heel, or creep right now is you, Sami Zayn. You hit Ashley Williams in the head with the TWF Pennsylvania Reich winnings, knowing that you would still be the winner, still be the fighter after that day. No, Ashley Williams beat me, but I am still the Pennsylvania Reich fighter. So I guess I was outwised. Ashley Williams, he could be good at beating, Deadites. He could be good at beating Ruby Nobai and the Deadite leader. But when it came to fighting me, not so good. Well, Sami Zayn is still the same creep and heel that he's been since 27 between YL. Back to you, Jim Ross. Well, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, for talking with Sami Zayn here on Dynamite or Might. Looks like it is all the time we've got here for Dynamite or Might. I am Jim Ross for Trini Kwan and Wade Barrett. We hope you like Dynamite or Might, and we'll see you tomorrow for Impact or Smash.